Welcome everyone to Merkaba Energy Healing. So today we are back with another pick a card reading, and we are looking at the first 6 months of 2026. So we're looking at the energy forecast and any predictions for your 2026. We're looking at the first 6 months because, as far as I can see, 2026 is going to be a very profound year of change on our planet, given that it is a 1 year or a 10, that the numbers equal 10, which is reducing down to 1. So it's kind of a whole new start for us as an entire collective. So I will explain the reading in each of the groups because I think a lot of people just skip to the timestamps, okay? So we have 3 cards with 3 crystals. Pile number 1 with message 1, we have Blanket Magic with the Malachite Stone. Group number 2 with message 2, we have Candle Magic with the Bumblebee Jasper. And pile 3 or group 3 with message 3, we have Path Making and the Tiger's Eye. So when you are ready, please go to the timestamps down below and I will see you at your reading. Welcome, group number 1. Today we are asking our highest and best spirit guides and source itself to please provide guidance, messages, forecasts, and predictions for your 2026 first 6 months. We're going to look at the overarching energy of the year and what is coming up next for you in general. Then we're going to look at your career path and money, and finally love. And we're going to end with a guidance card from Spirit. So let's begin. I've already done my invocation, but I'm just going to welcome my guides back in now. My highest and best guides, please come forward and provide clear messages through me for my pile number 1's first 6 months of 2026. Thank you so much. Okay, welcome everyone. So you chose the beautiful Malachite with Blanket Magic. Soften, comfort. So when I pulled these cards, I asked my spirit guides to provide me with the overarching energy of the first 6 months of 2026. So what we see here is the first 6 months are likely to bring, I'm hearing the words, more affection. You might get hugs, nourishment from other people in a way that you haven't for some time. And I'm hearing that this is because you've taken better care of yourselves. Now you're in a position to receive more from others. Where in your life do you need to soften something? Where in your life do you require some comfort? This is what this card is asking. With the green blanket and the malachite, we see a softening in the heart. When there is a softening in the heart, there is simply more receptivity in all ways in your life, including prosperity and other forms of abundance. My guides are showing me that with this rocking chair, there is some kind of balance that this group is achieving now into the beginning of 2026, where possibly you won't just be in a state of stillness or in a state of busyness, but this gentle rocking back and forth, where you found that in-between space that allows for both the movement and the stillness. There's also a bit of a sign or a symbol here of self-care, of rocking oneself to soothe oneself. Yes? And it's almost like they're showing me there was a rocking chair out on your porch, and soon there will be another one. So for those of you, this might be that you're calling in a friend, a love. They're also showing me that you might be connecting with a guide, a spirit guide. We'll see what the tarot cards have to say. But this already shows us the overarching energy of the beginning of 2026. This lovely, soft energy of comfort, of warmth, of affection, and of receptivity. So let's start looking at the first 6 months regarding yourself, your spiritual path, your own self-development. We're just going to get a few cards for each of these groups. So, my guides, please show me for pile number 1, what other messages do you have about their first 6 months of 2026 regarding their self and their spiritual path, their overarching path? What do you want to show them or share with them regarding their path? Thank you. And we start with the Empress. Okay, so when they were talking about you having more of a softened heart, more of a energy of receptivity, the Empress is the card of abundance, fertility, prosperity, and receptivity. She is abundant within her own nature. So this is beautiful verification of the original message. What else do you want to tell them about their path, their self, the energy they're going to be in the first 6 months? What else do you want to share? And then we have, oh my goodness, the 10 of Pentacles. Talk about utter prosperity. You guys are really starting 2026 with this energy of hearth, of warmth, of warm, grounded energy, where you are going to experience true abundance on your path. Energetically, you're setting yourself up for what you desire to come in. And what they're showing me is because you have centered into your heart so much and you're in such a state of abundance energetically, that's going to show up in all ways in your tangible life with the 10 of Pentacles here. With all of these owls together here, there is this sense of you finding your community, your sense of belongingness, your sense of kinship with other people. There's a very strong sense of, exhale. I've arrived. Life suddenly begins to feel soft around those hard corners, suddenly begins to feel easier. I'm hearing like a breath of fresh air. And then on the bottom of the deck for yourself, your spiritual path, and your overall path, we have the 3 of Cups, which is a time of celebration, of working with others, of friendship, of connection. So we see a very clear picture here about how your overall energy of the first 6 months are going to look. Magnificent in one word. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just going to collapse these cards for the sake of space. Now let's get some messages about your career, money, and anything related. Okay, I know some of you might be in school, some of you might not be working. Anything related, any energies related to your career, money, etc. Spirit, what do you want to tell my group number 1s regarding their first 6 months of 2026 about their career, money, and anything related. Beautiful. We have the Knight of Cups. Let me just get all the cards. I see. And anything else, please? Okay. You want this one? Okay. And this one. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles, and Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness, you guys. So regarding your career and money, I don't even know what to say with the grapes and the King of Pentacles, with the cups, the pentacles, and the swords. In the significator card, they were talking about that rocking motion being this beautiful balance between your busyness and your stillness. What I'm seeing here is that you are striking a chord in balancing all these different areas of your life. Clarity of mind, openness of heart, and focus. Look at how this King of Pentacles is looking right at me. Your open heart, this energy that they were talking about at the beginning, is leading you, your open heart. And especially with, I feel like there's also wands here with this owl being on this branch. You having this passionate, beautiful focus around your career, your money, knowing what you want and where you want to go, having this sense of clarity is going to bring in this tremendous amount of prosperity. This King of Pentacles tells me something about ownership. So I don't know if you're starting your own business or you're going to become an entrepreneur, but it feels, you see how in all of these beginning cards, well, the beginning one is the Empress, which is just abundance within. But then we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups with all of these owls. But notice that we have a spread here of singular owls, okay? There's something about you taking initiative in your life when it comes to your career and your money. You might be very grounded and clear with regards to your path around career and money, finances, anything like this. You're in your power now. You have a better understanding of what you need to do to move forward with regards to this particular area. There isn't a lot of help here. There aren't a lot of other people. They are tuning me into this bird in the distance that should you need somebody, along with these butterflies here, they are around. So call on them if you need help. But I'm not getting any sense here that you actually need help. With this bird's wings open, it does feel as if the beginning of 2026 is where you're going to take off with regards to your career. So what I actually want to do is I want to ask Spirit, can you tell me the energy they're coming from with regards to their career? If they're taking off now, where were they just prior to this energy of prosperity, initiative, and taking off? Can you just show me where they have been, where there has been a shift? No. Okay, 2 of Cups. Okay, so this tells me one of two things, possibly both. The 2 of Cups is telling me that you might have been in a wrong partnership with someone. You might have been in business with somebody or in a job that was not aligned to you at all. And you're leaving that and taking off on a new path. What this also tells me, possibly for some of you, is that you might have been in a relationship that was holding you back in other areas of your life. And in this case, it might be your career, or it might have been your career. So if this is what was holding you back, meaning the 2 of Cups in reverse, we're seeing that you might have been in some kind of partnership that wasn't working for you, in love, career, otherwise. The third option they're actually showing me is that you might have had to make a very difficult decision regarding your career, and you're finally making that decision and you're taking off on one path, leaving another path behind. I hope that makes sense. Let me just get a sip of water here. Now, I want to just get a career oracle card. What else do you want to tell my group number ones about their career? That was a very slow shuffle. This is a very, very big deck. It's very hard to shuffle. But it's almost like this feeling of you are exactly where you need to be, is how I'm hearing it. Like you can finally slow down, maybe for the first time in a long time, because things are steadying. The path is steadying for you guys, is stabilizing for you. Can we get one card for my group number ones about their career and money? Please show me very clearly. Yeah, that card is really showing itself. Let's see what we have. Looking. It's okay to look for better work. Be discreet in your search. You need to be aligned with your life purpose to be fully satisfied. So I'm definitely getting the sense with the Two of Cups and this bird taking off is that you were definitely perhaps in a position of making a decision or looking for something better because something that you were in wasn't working, whether it be a relationship that was holding you back or a decision that you were stuck in. You are definitely looking or have arrived at a decision where there is something better for you and you're taking off. You need to be aligned with your life purpose to be fully satisfied. Now, this is what's interesting. The Knight of Cups is about the heart, is about emotions. And it does tell us that you won't be satisfied or you may not be satisfied in your work if you're not aligned in the heart. And that's what this whole message has been about with blanket magic and with the green and the malachite here, that you really need to be doing something in your career that makes your heart sing, that feels like your soul's mission, your soul's path. And there is this sense of satisfaction with the King of Pentacles, where you're like, this money is coming in because I'm doing something that is deeply fulfilling. With the Queen of Swords, we're seeing the requirement of clarity, that you need to have clarity, you need to feel fulfillment in your heart, and you need to feel a sense of tangible return for this work to be right for you. But I have the sense that this is already taking shape. Okay. Let's collapse these cards once again. And there's your oracle card and your clarifier. Now, what I want to do is I want to look at love. One more sip of water. Okay, Spirit, please show me for group number one, what can they expect in love? This could be if you're in a partnership as well. I'll do my best to read. What do you want to tell my group number ones about their love in the first 6 months of 2026? We're talking about romantic love here. Can you show me what they need to know about romantic love? No other clear cards. 1 second, you guys. Okay. And the last card, please. Yes? Okay. So we have, oh my God. Oh my God, we start with the Lovers. The Lovers, to me, of all the tarot cards, is the most straightforward. It really is. It really is. It really is about divine union to me. I can't even take these two owls. Just drink that in. How absolutely adorable is that? So in the first 6 months of 2026, there is a divine union. You're either in it already or you're going to find your person. Now, let's just look at the rest of the tarot cards before I rush ahead, the Aries that I am. Two of Wands, very interesting. And Page of Swords. Okay. Two of Wands. That's an interesting one, right? Because the Two of Wands can say that you might be making a choice about something with regards to love, and there is an expectant energy, an energy of this is coming. So I am getting the sense that going into, I feel they're showing me December, so I feel as if once I publish this, you guys are already going to be feeling this feeling of expectation. This person is coming in. That's the sense that I'm getting. And with the Page of Swords here, there's this sense of this person is going to get me. This person is someone that I'm going to have an ease of communication with. There's going to be mutual understanding, mutual respect, but it's going to be banter, play. And it's also going to be new. So the sense that I'm getting is absolutely you're going to have fulfillment in love in the first 6 months, starting in the first 6 months of 2026. You're going to expect it to come in. You're probably already feeling that. Yes, there might be a decision that you have to make. There's something about moving here that I'm getting with the Two of Wands, that you might meet somebody who's from a different town, a different state, a different country than you. And this might be someone who is out of town that you meet from out of town, and you might have to make a decision about where you're going to live. But the main energy is about expectation, or having this feeling of this person is coming in. With the Page of Swords, again, we're seeing this feeling of being really understood with this person, not feeling discombobulated, I'm hearing, or a sense of confusion. You might have had a feeling in past relationships where you just were not understood. I'm going to get the energy before this arrived. What energy was my group number ones in before the Lovers? Okay, I'm not going to take that because I didn't finish the question. What energy was my group number ones in before the Lovers came in? Can you show me very clearly? So the Sun came out, which feels like the expectant energy in the upright, but in the reverse, there's this sense of hopelessness. So both can be true, but I feel like I want to read it in the upright. So it does feel as if you have a knowing that things are going to turn around, or you're already in the right partnership for you and you know it. But there is this sense, again, of brightness and of levity. Let me get a clarifier on the Page of Swords for you. Can you clarify the Page of Swords for me, please? That's too many. This little deck is hard. Is hard to shuffle sometimes. Can you clarify the Page of Swords, my guides, please, very clearly? Whoops. You see, it's very, very challenging. Maybe there was a lot of heaviness and tension. Ace of Pentacles. So with the Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, we're constantly seeing this energy of something new, something burgeoning. So I have this sense that this is not somebody that you know. If this is somebody who's coming in, I don't have a sense that this is someone you know. It doesn't feel like someone from the past. They're saying if it is for some of you, because it'll be a small percentage for some of you, it's going to feel like a whole new start, a new beginning. They're also saying one last thing for this relationship, that this person is going to be very protective of you if they're not already. The way that this owl is wielding this sword with the red cap, there's this feeling of I'm here for you, I'm loyal, they just gave me a song. I am the man who will fight for your honor. I'll be the hero that you've been dreaming of. Somebody tell me who that spy or what song that is. That just flew right into my head. So you might have had relationships in the past where it really felt unsafe in some way, or you just didn't feel protected, or you didn't feel safe with them. But there's definitely a sense with this new person of a new kind of experience in the relationship that is going to be really joyful and light and airy with the Sun card here. Absolutely beautiful energy. Now let's get an oracle card for you guys for love. Can you show us an oracle card, please, my guides, of the overarching energy of the first 6 months for my group number ones regarding love? Can you show me what the energy is going to be? Ooh, look at this. So before I even saw the words, I saw the sun here. So I just feel like this is going to be such a loving relationship, and I can't help but highlight, look at these two people in this embrace and look at these owls. You know how the beginning card, they talked about affection and hugs? I mean, you guys are getting that this year. You're getting all the love, you guys. Look how sweet this is. I can't even take it. I'm sorry. I love love. So, deep dive deep into each other, uncover hidden pearls. How beautiful is that? There's definitely a sense of being with a soulmate here. This feels like soulmate energy. So if some of you are young and you're not really wanting to be with your person, you may just find your person that you'll be with. And for those of you who are already in a relationship, my goodness, you're with your soulmate. What can I say? That is so beautiful. Again, I just realized this. I'm sorry, I'm pulling the cards back again. We have the lovers, we have the wands, we have the swords. So we have kind of cup energy, wand energy, sword energy. Here we had swords. I don't want to pull the cards back. We had cups and we had pentacles. There's something, and here we have pentacles and cups. We have a lot of balanced energy on the board here, which is what they talked about at the beginning with the rocking chair. I have a sense that your life is going to just feel far more balanced and more at ease this coming year, without a doubt. Now, let's get an oracle card for any advice or guidance from Spirit regarding my group number one's first 6 months of 2026. I mean, this looks pretty damn amazing, you guys. If I would pick a reading, it would be this. I mean, I don't know what the other groups are going to say, but this is just beautiful. Okay, what do you want to tell my group number ones regarding their first 6 months? Do you have any advice or guidance for my group number ones? Please show me very clearly. Nothing quite yet. Please show me a card for my group. Okay, that wants to be shown, seen. Let's see what we have. Soul power. Always remember you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. Wow. It's very interesting because you got a card here that says you need to be aligned with your life purpose to be fully satisfied. So there's definitely this energy of you guys coming into your soul mission this year and being so rooted and grounded in your power, because the word power is showing up. I'm sorry, with the King of Pentacles, I use the word power. I'm sorry. I thought there was the word power here. Anyway, there is something about you guys being so rooted in your sovereignty and so aligned on your path this year that your sense of yourself, your career, money, whatever it is, your love path and your overall spiritual path is so aligned this year because of whatever work that you've done previously. You know, we opened up with this energy of the heart being open with the malachite here, malachite also being a stone of healing. There's genuinely this sense that you've done so much work that you have created this space in your life of utter manifestation of all your desires. I'm not making this up. The cards are telling the tale. So there's something about you trusting your intuition for the first 6 months and knowing that you have an unlimited supply of power that comes from your light and that never runs out. And there's this energy of just pure and unadulterated alignment in all areas of your life. Okay, my dear ones, I'm going to close out the reading there. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. And if nothing else, I send you guys so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 2. Today we are asking Spirit about the first 6 months of your 2026. So we're going to look at your overall energy, your spiritual path, your self, your personal evolution. Then we're going to look at your career, money, anything having to do with that. And then finally, love, with a final oracle card for guidance from Spirit. Okay, welcome, group number 2. So when I pulled the original card, I asked for the overarching energy of the first 6 months. And you guys received Candle Magic. And it says respite and care. And interestingly, I didn't quite trust this card. I don't know why. So I asked for a clarifier card from the same deck. And I got a different candle that said healing. So there's definitely this energy of pulling in your energy at the beginning of 2026. You might need to take a step back from all of the busyness, all of the doing. They just made me hear the sound of a buzzing bee, interestingly, with the bumblebee jasper, as if you're buzzing around, moving from flower to flower to flower to flower. I just got this very sped up energy, and they're saying, right, you need to calm your nervous system, slow down. There's a big energy of slowing down. They're showing me what looks like a CEO or somebody who does a lot of delegating, I would say. Sorry, I'm just getting a tiny bit of cream because my hands are dry. TMI, but that's what that sound is about. So I am getting this sense that maybe you guys have been working really hard. You could also just be doing a lot for a lot of people. You could feel really burnt out, because I'm hearing that they're burning the candle at both ends. What they're telling me with this candle almost being burnt out is that you guys have to be very careful of literal burnout. They're showing me actually 2 messages about this. They're saying that some of you are on the brink of burning out. I know everyone comes to these readings and you just want to hear that you're going to find love and you'll find prosperity. But I read with as much integrity as possible, and I receive the messages and deliver them. So my loved ones, please take heed and rest. Really, if your body is saying, I need rest, take time off. They're saying that some of you are worried about money, and I'm not here to tell you just not to worry. But if you can find a way to take a little bit of time off from working or being there for everyone all the time, it seems very important, given that this is the primary energy for this reading. The second message about the candle is that even if, there are 3 messages. Okay. The second message is, even if you feel burnt out and you feel as if your light has dimmed, they're saying that is not true. Just because you may not feel connected to your guides or to your path, or you don't feel a light with energy, it's still in you. They're showing it to me as an ember that's still in the fireplace, a little ember that continues to burn. And all you need to do is blow on it a little bit, and the fire will ignite a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. So there's reassurance to this group that even if you take a rest or you don't feel connected, you're not losing your fire, you're not losing your connection, you're not losing your intuition, your light has not gone out, okay? And they're showing that even as this candle burns down, it's emitting all of these glorious colors out in the world. So even if you're not able to be there for everyone and be everything to everyone, I'm hearing, your light is still burning bright. Okay? And there's a third message here. Oh. So there is some kind, this is actually a different message than the one that I heard before. But they're saying that as this candle wax sort of burns down, the candle begins to shape shift into something else. So they're saying that there's almost kind of like a shedding of skin, where you might actually shape shift into a new identity or a new sense of self as these layers sort of melt away, as your burdens melt away. There's almost as if this sense that all this wax would burn away and all that would be left is the candle, right? The bumblebee breath, you can look that up, connects you with the Bindu chakra, which is that chakra right in the back of the head where your cowlick is. They're saying that some of you are, there's areas of your life that are melting away, that are shedding away, so that you can open to the divine, I'm hearing. Wow. So you can open more to your guidance in a much clearer, forthright way. I'm interested to see what the first three cards are going to show about the self and your path. I'm wondering if High Priestess energy or a lot of cups and wands show up. It feels very much as if you're magnetizing higher light and higher guidance at this time. But let's get into it, you guys, shall we? So we're going to start with yourself, your sense of yourself and your path, okay? Spiritual and otherwise. My guides, can you please show me for group number 2? They're telling me to take a breath here. I'm feeling this restless energy, almost as if I can't catch my breath. So they're really tuning me into your energy, you guys. You feel a little breathless to me, a little worn out, okay? My guides, please show me very clearly the energy. Look at that, you guys. 9 of Wands, okay? The 9 of Wands really tells me that you have been kind of fighting the good fight. It feels a little bit like heavy energy. Hang on one second. Sorry, everyone. My cat is meowing because she went to the vet this morning and now she's in a state of euphoria. So if you hear her meowing, there's nothing I can do. Cats meow. But I just wanted to attend to her for a moment. Okay, this is kind of crazy that this is the first card that came out, the 9 of Wands, because it really says that you've been through the fire and you're kind of in the eye of the storm now, about to sort of release your burden. Okay. Again, there is this sense that you need to slow down or else you could burn out, right? That's what the 9 of Wands in reverse would be. And because I don't read reversals, and this is so in alignment with the original card, there is this sense of warning to you guys that if you don't put down some of these wands, you're going to end up with the 10 of Wands. You're going to end up with a tremendous burden that's going to feel overwhelming, too much to carry. So there is this sense of you've done enough, now take a time out. Now, let's see further messages about your path. And that flew out, by the way. I didn't even have to pull that out. There's clear messages, especially when I pulled the clarity card on the candle magic and we got the healing card. I didn't keep it out, sorry you guys, but that's what happened. I am getting the sense that taking better care of yourselves and taking more time out is vitally important. What other energies for the first 6 months of 2026 about their self and their path? Okay. This one. No. Sorry, guys. One more shuffle. There it is. Oh, we have two. We'll take them. Okay. We have Queen of Cups. Wow, beautiful. And they showed it like this. The Knight of Wands and the Emperor. Okay, let me just ask my spirit guides what this is about. Oh, very interesting. Okay. So what they just said about the Queen of Cups. You remember how they said that a lot of you might be doing things or doing too much for other people. They just said that the Queen of Cups is the quintessential divine feminine energy. And her cup is overflowing over here. They're saying that you might have thought that you were in your divine feminine energy by giving and giving and giving. But they're telling you that you might have given too much, and that the way to be more in your divine feminine energy, more of a balanced energy, is if you allow yourself to receive more. And I just heard that will be on offer if you would like. So we'll see about the love section, maybe even the career. Oh, and I think that's what So that's what the Knight of Wands is. There is someone potentially who wants to come in and give you nourishment, something that will make you feel nourished. That's the word they keep giving me. But in order to allow this Knight of Wands in, gender aside, you have to be in more of a receptive mode. And you can't do that if you're carrying the burden. What is so interesting is that the spread ends with the Emperor, which is real divine masculine and really being in one's own power, being in a role of overseeing others, where there's definitely some kind of balance of power. Meaning there was balance that brought you into a state of power, I should say. But it starts with the Queen of Cups. So there's gentle guidance for this group to allow yourself to be more in your state of receptivity so that opportunities of nourishment can come in with ease, and then you can return to more of a balanced position. I am getting, with the Wands and the Emperor, Aries energy, Leo energy. They're saying no to Sagittarius, but Aries and Leo. I don't know if you guys have Aries or Leo as a north node, because I am getting the sense that you need to be more in your power, but you can't get here unless you start here. You can't get to that place of delegating, of overseeing your life in a position of groundedness, and you can't necessarily call in the right people who are going to nourish you unless you allow yourself to be in a state of receptivity. If you put down some of the burden, don't let yourself get to the 10 of Wands. This is a very, very, very clear message as I can see it. Okay, let's move forward. They want me to move forward. So I'm just going to collapse these cards. Okay, the next bit is going to be about your career, money, life path, whatever it is. You know, some of you are in school, some of you are retired. That's fine. We'll still have a look. What is the energy for my group number 2s regarding their career, money, hobbies, whatever it is they need to attend to right now? Show me very clearly. I see. I'm losing the card. Okay. So we have this one, and this one. Okay. Wow. Starting with King of Cups. That's very interesting again. 4 of Swords. Of course we have 4 of Swords. And the 8 of Cups. Interesting. With the King of Cups, what we see is that true... Okay, this is the whole spread actually. The spread tells us that for you to be in a state of prosperity, with regards to your career, your money, your finances. Again, you need to be centered in the heart, right? We have the Queen of Cups and now the King of Cups. There's something about being in a place of heart-centered awareness when it comes to your career, that you have to do something that feels heart-centered. And at the beginning of 2026, what we're seeing here, prediction-wise, is you are going to find something you really love to do. Why? Because you're going to take that rest. If I were to put a tarot card with candle magic, respite care, it would undoubtedly be the Four of Swords. Look at this adorable, I think this is maybe a barn owl, similar to a barn owl, a white owl. Okay, closing his little eyes here. Respite, care, rest. Nine of Wands, you need to take some kind of rest. And there is guidance here that when you take this rest, you are going to be confronted with an opportunity to leave behind something that hasn't been nourishing you. Because the prediction is you're going to start doing something that is so utterly fulfilling. King of Cups, that's going to bring in money, that's going to bring in heart-centered fulfillment. But it could only come after you have rested and you have left something that isn't working for you behind. Eight of Cups. It's very interesting that this bird is taking off. It's not walking away, it's flying away. There's this energy of you've probably already made the decision to take off in another direction because the first card out was the King of Cups. Wherever you're taking off to, maybe you don't know if it's going to work out. The main message is to take a break before you begin, or if you've already begun, make sure you balance with breaks. But we see with the King of Cups that whatever you're going to do next is going to be something that's truly going to fulfill you, truly going to make you feel stabilized in your happiness, in your joy, in your fulfillment. Beautiful energy. Now let's get a career oracle card. This is a very big deck. And I already have a hard time shuffling because my hands are a little small. Even though my fingers are long, my hands are actually kind of small. Okay. What do you want to tell my group number 2 regarding their career? Show them very, very, very clearly. Yes? Okay. Let's see. Oh, and we have renewal. You guys, it's crazy. You need to take time to recharge your energy to get back on track. Recharge, get back on track. Challenges ahead require you to have faith and break through. I mean, sometimes these readings are unbelievable to me. Okay? Renewal. The prediction is that you will be in the King of Cups if you renew your energy and leave something behind that's not working. Challenges ahead require you to have faith and break through. The Eight of Cups is the breakthrough. You're taking off. You're leaving a job, a situation. This could even be finances, the way you've been working with your money. You might find a new way of investing your money. Or they're showing me, like stocks and bonds. So, and with the renewable energy source, with the windmill, there is this sense of being mindful of putting your money in wise investments, because when you do, they will take off. They will, I'm hearing your harvest will come. So over a period of time, you will gain more money. Yeah, there's something also about passive income here I'm seeing with this renewable energy that you don't need to use with the Four of Swords. You don't need to use all of your energy each and every time. So that, like, let's say I just do these readings and I say this reading is just for the week of December 1st to December 7th, then that reading could only be used for that week, and that reading will not be timeless. That's not renewable. But what if I did a timeless reading? 2026 is not a timeless reading, but this reading can be used for the whole year. But what if I just did the year ahead? That would be the most renewable kind of energy, right? Because then anyone at any point could go to that reading and it could be used again and again and again. There's this feeling of you might need to, can you give me another example, my guides, of renewable, something that's renewable? Okay, so they're saying that, let's say you delegate, let's say you're in an emperor energy and you have people beneath you, because the emperor is often in a role of delegation where he or she delegates tasks to other people. So there's this energy of putting together, they're showing me a slideshow, but it can be some kind of small book. Guys, I'm very connected right now, so I'm having a very hard time coming up with simple terminology, so please bear with me. But it's this sense of coming up with information, like a booklet that you can give out to people that you work with, that they can read and go back to again and again, so you're not having to constantly look at your emails or answer calls and answer questions. They're also showing this to me as organization, as if you're putting together an Excel spreadsheet that you can use again and again and again, and you don't have to keep using your memory to remind yourself of what you need to do with each task. So you have a spreadsheet that tells you every time you do a task like this, you do 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like this. Where can you conserve more of your energy, and where can you have do things that will allow for more passive income, where you don't have to use your energy over and over and over again? And I'm telling you guys, when I'm giving you this message, I'm actually getting exhausted. It feels exhausting, as if I've repeated myself 50 times. I don't know if I did, forgive me if I did, but they're showing me this energy of, oh my God, just stop talking, is how they're showing it to me. Learning how to use your energy in wise ways is a big message for this group. Okay, now let's get to love. What do you want to tell my group number 2s regarding love? Please and thank you. I'm just going to take a sip of water. Okay. What do you want to tell my group number 2s regarding love? No? No. Okay, that one definitely. What do you want to tell my group number 2s regarding love? I knew that card was going to come out. Oh my God, they're flying. Okay, interesting, you guys. So we have to make a little bit of room here. Yeah, the 10 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, then the Hierophant, and the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I just keep hearing winter, winter. That you've been in a state of being very cold. I feel like the candle is also this sense of warmth coming in 2026. I am getting the sense, I saw the 3 of Swords in my mind's eye before this card fell out. For some of you, you've been in a relationship, or you're courted to a relationship that's over. You're probably leaving something behind, or you're dealing with heartbreak or heartache. You might be in a third-party situation that you have to get out of now, because they keep telling me to move the cards like this. That if you stay in this third-party situation, or you stay with somebody who's been cheating, or you're staying in a marriage where basically you're in love with somebody else, or they're in love with somebody else, it's not going to end well. You're going to end up with the burden if you don't get ahead of this. So if that's not your story, I'm sorry, sometimes that happens, but there's definitely guidance that some relationship or connection that you would know this, by the way. So even though these are predictive readings, you would have a sense of this. It's not, oh my God, I'm in a loving relationship. Are they cheating? No, that's not what Tarot does. Tarot sort of advises your niggles, your little taps on the shoulders, your sense that something is awry. I'm getting the sense you already know this. Some of you have already left this relationship. How do I know this? The Hierophant is here. This gives me the sense of two things. One, this was a committed relationship. The Hierophant denotes commitment to me in love readings. And there is this sense of judgment almost with this owl overlooking these two little owls here, where you see he's raising his right wing here. There's almost this sense of taking the right path. If you don't take the right path, literally and figuratively, it will go left. So he's advising, almost like a judge overseeing a divorce or a separation, go ahead and do this. This is the right thing. Please do it before it gets bad. And he's saying that if you do this now, your 10 of Pentacles is waiting for you. That could be that you amicably divorce and, there's a separation of assets that goes well, or there's a separation and you parent in a co-parenting loving way. Or this can signify a new relationship is on the horizon. That is going to be everything you want and more. And it's going to show up, because it's 10 of Pentacles and not the 10 of Cups, it's going to show up in your tangible life within the first 6 months. So this may not be the message that everyone wants to hear, but it's very clear to me that there's some kind of committed relationship that is ending. You would know it, and you're getting the thumbs up on that because there is something so much better right around the corner. Now, for those of you who are out of relationships, this might also be an energetic cord to a past relationship that you need to disconnect from. That you thinking about this person or wondering whether they're going to come in or whether you're going to get back together, and it was not a good relationship. They cheated, they lied. You bore, is that right? You bore most of the burden in that relationship. You were the one who was loyal, and you're now kind of, I'm hearing you're getting breadcrumbed. That relationship needs to end. That's what this spread is showing me. Okay, let me get an oracle card for you guys on this. Can you please give further clarity for my group number 2s about love? About love. What do they need to know about love? I mean, your spread really tells me that a lot is ending and a lot of new things are going to start in 2026, okay? I feel like you've been challenged in a few different areas of your life, I must say, for this group. There's like a big need for rest. Okay, let's see. What does Spirit have to say about love? How interesting is that? I just said that you're in a commitment with somebody with the Hierophant. Commitment is the line drawn of the future painted with trust. So, because the Hierophant is in the middle, it can be, takes 1 second, lovey. Sorry, my cat is meowing. I just have to take a breath. So this might signify that if you leave this old relationship behind, you're calling in new commitments with a new partner, with the Hierophant and the 10 of Pentacles. It can be read both ways. It still fits. So you could have left a commitment behind and your 10 of Pentacles is coming in, or you're leaving a relationship behind, or you're leaving an energy of a relationship behind, and the new relationship is going to be one of commitment. 10 of Pentacles to me is one of commitment anyway. It is utter wish fulfillment in love. Commitment is the line drawn of the future, painted with trust. I do have this sense, because we have the Three of Swords here, that a past relationship, or possibly a current one that is very burdensome to you guys with the Ten of Wands, there was a complete betrayal, a complete lack of trust. And Spirit is guiding you guys. I just got a yes on that with regards to betrayal and a lack of trust, okay? I'm so breathless. Oh my God. So they're saying, please close the door on this so that you can bring in new trust with a new partner who wants commitment, who wants 10 of Pentacles, who wants a family, who wants grounded, loving, loyal energy. This is what this is telling me very, very clearly. Beautiful. Please let me know if that resonates. I'm so curious to know who that resonates for. Now let's close out the reading with advice from Spirit, or guidance from Spirit about your first 6 months. Spirit, please show us very clearly. Any guidance for my group number... I didn't ask this question, so I'm not going to take that. Any guidance or advice for my group number 3s? Please show me very clearly. Advice or guidance from Spirit. That just flew out. Believe. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are, is the power of your belief. It's really interesting, you guys, because there's this sense within this reading that your whole life is changing, and that you might have experienced tremendous burden over the last year with this respite and care card. Sweetie, I'm coming, my love. Sorry, you guys. Maybe with my cat meowing, with Pixie meowing, there is this call to a new life. And also maybe some of you are hungry. But with this Believe card, I really am getting the sense with you guys that you have to hold out hope. You have to keep that hope, that candle burning, that sense of hope, of joy and prosperity with the bumblebee here, of brightness. You see that there's a sun here, even with the 10 of Wands. This sense of hope, of renewal, of your life changing for the better, because that is what is showing up in this reading. That finally things are shifting. And you have to hold out, not just hope, but truly believe that, because you're constructing your reality. Honestly, what is impossible is finally becoming possible, specifically for this group, because your whole life is about to change. With the 8 of Cups being in the center here, leaving something behind, and the 10 of Pentacles at the end here, there is this sense of your life finally, I'm hearing, showing up for you for the first time in a very, very long time. But why is that happening? Because you're finally taking the rest that you need. You're finally moving into a state of more receptivity and knowing your worth. You have to know your worth, you guys, so you can bring in your prosperity in your committed relationship. Believe. The force that works through your soul is the power of your belief. With all of this heart-centered energy here. Okay, my dear ones, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, please do give this video a thumbs up. And if nothing else, I send you so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 3. So today we are asking Spirit about the first 6 months of your 2026. We are first going to look at the overall energy of the year. Then we're going to look at the self and your personal path, followed by your career, money, etc. And finally, love. And we'll end with a guidance card. Okay, I'm really excited. So the card that you chose with the stone that you chose was Path Making and the Tiger's Eye. And it says forge and create. So I'm getting a few different messages here. First, I'm hearing the word courage, which is definitely the energy of tiger's eye. And right before I sat down for your reading, I pet my cat, Simba, who has the exact same coloring as this tiger's eye. And I marveled at her and I said, you look like a tiger, like the tiger's eye. And so there's something about you having courage in a way you haven't before at the start of 2026, because I heard cat and mouse, because there's a mouse here in these branches, that there's the end of this cat and mouse game. I have this sense that perhaps you have been in relationships or in jobs where you felt head games, mind games, people playing with you, manipulation. They're showing me the 7 of Swords, which is manipulation, deceit, underhandedness. And what they're showing me is you are now forging your own path, a new path. You're no longer bending to other people's wills. You're no longer trying to prove yourself to anyone. You're really taking the reins. And you're no longer allowing yourself to be the mouse, with all due respect to the mice in the world. But you're not even the cat. You're just going to get out of that game completely, but you're definitely going to be more in your power. I'm hearing both the words initiation and initiative. My guides, can you tell me what that means, please? Okay, so with the word initiation, they're telling me that in recent months, whatever you have been going through that feels like game playing or nonsense within your relationships has been a sort of initiation into this next phase of your life where you are going to take more initiative. Very interesting narrative there. It's almost as if those experiences, those cat and mouse games, strengthened your resolve to self-depend, I'm hearing, to depend on yourself, to forge your own way forward. I'm hearing you're finally finding your way out, and they're showing me a labyrinth, okay, a kind of maze that you've been in, funnily enough, or sadly enough. That reminds me of mice who are in mazes in a laboratory. I don't know why the word laboratory just hit me in my third eye. I don't know if any of you work in a lab, or I don't know if that means something to someone. Or as my mother would say, laboratory. Okay, I don't know why, I just heard that too. There's something about, what's the word, jesting. This kind of, not dark humor, but sarcastic humor I'm getting with this group. I don't know if that resonates with someone here. This mouse is looking at me in this kind of humorous, semi-conniving way. Like he's making a plan and he's going to do something or pull one over me. But it's got this, not funny. It's like, I don't know what the word is. Sorry, some of you know I have difficulty finding basic words when I read. Spirit, can you help me out here? Mischievousness. Thank you. So being mischievous in some way. That's the feeling I'm getting from you guys. I really feel as if I'm hearing tinkering with things, figuring out your next moves. That's the energy I'm getting with you guys. And I took a break from the first 2 readings into this reading to have a bite to eat. And I came into this reading all excited. I mean, I always come into my readings excited, generally speaking. But I was kind of like, what's going to show up? What is this reading going to look like? And that's the sense I'm feeling from you guys. This feeling of, okay, let's do this. You know, I'm getting that Dr. Evil, pinky on your lip, like, ooh, what's next? It's that, it's that interest combined with mischievousness. I don't know. That's how it's showing up to me. It's very funny and interesting. But you guys are definitely, they're showing me those proverbial 2 paths converged in the wood, and they're showing me a third one. You're like coming in with your lawnmower and you're like, there's a third path here, which, I don't want to go on these two, previously worn paths. Even the less worn one, you don't want to take that. So you guys might be a bit rebellious. You might be a bit of a maverick, or you might just be in that energy this year in the first 6 months. I love it. And Tiger's Eye is all about courage. It's all about self-esteem, confidence, and really making your own way. So it's very aligned with this card. I love that. I love that so much. Okay, so let's continue with your overall energy, yourself, your path, your spiritual path, whatever spirit wants to show. What's the energy for group number 3 about their self and about their path, their personal path in the first 6 months of 2026? Okay. Yes, no. What else? When I saw this owl's eye, I just heard, here's looking at you, kid. Bloody hell, I can't remember the actor who said that, which is so crazy for me. Is that, what's his name? Shit, I can't remember. Cagney, what's his, oh my God. I can't remember this extremely famous actor. But there's a sense of your guides, source, the universe saying, we're looking at you. You got this. Go do what you got to do. I'm hearing, do you, boo? Yeah, there's just, again, it's like this playful, I don't know, it's this energy of just do you, okay? Okay, let's see what we have here. So we have, 4 of Wands. Oh, 2 of Cups and 5 of Swords. Now, I'm going to move the cards. I just got a thumbs up from my guides, and I just heard my guides tell me that they're proud of me for doing that intuitively and not asking them. For any of you who like to learn when you're at my channel, sometimes you just have to go with your intuition. You know best. Sometimes you don't need to ask. This is that energy that they were bringing up with the significator card. The 5 of Swords, the nonsense, those people who were in your ear, the people who were getting you down, who were wasting your prime energy. This is ending. This is ending, okay? The cat and mouse games, the battling, the fighting, this is ending. And what is it being replaced with or by? 4 of Wands, joy, stability, nourishment of your passions, of the things that you really love in life, the things that you desire, the things that you want. I'm also hearing kinship and friendship. So I am getting the sense for some of you that your family of origin may not feel always like a family to you. Of course, that won't be for everyone. But I am getting the sense that you're kind of finding your people this year, because we have the 4 of Wands, and I'm getting a lot of clearing through my body, which I didn't get at all for the first 2 groups. The 4 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. This is really about committed relationships. 2 of Cups is often a partnership involving a contract of some sorts. So it's not always love. 2 of Cups can be going into a business partnership with somebody as well, or any kind of deal or any other kind of partnership. And we'll look at career and we'll look at love. But right now, this is telling me that you're coming into an era of brand new connection with your life, with yourself, with your life, and with others. And one that is here to stay. Okay, so no more in and out, I'm hearing. No more, I just dodged a bullet, I'm hearing. This is where you can finally take a breath and say, I have reliable people in my life, people that I can call at 2 a.m., people that I could call at 2 p.m. to go have a picnic in the park, people that I can work with, that I can trust. The word trust kind of just showed up in the screen of my mind. So there might have been some kind of lack of trust that you have experienced, that they're saying put you in a position of needing to be cunning. So you might have been a little bit out of your nature recently by feeling, yeah, they're showing me a fox. So, which is that energy of being cunning or needing to sort of find your way around difficult situations. Again, in a little bit of this lascivious way, but that's not really who you are, but it's something you might have had to embody to deal with the energies you have been dealing with. But they're saying that as the start of 2026 rolls around, you're going to start feeling much more connected to your life, much more impassioned. So wands and cups go together, right? This is your passion, your heart, your love, your sense of emotional fulfillment. You're going to start to feel much more connected to those areas of your life that involve those feelings, or you're going to feel more connected to those feelings that will then connect you to other areas of your life. So you're going to feel much more nourished overall. Let's see what that is with regards to career and love. And certainly there's much more than career and love in anyone's life, but I'm focusing on those for this particular reading, and I thought I'd balance it with the overall path. Okay, now let's look at your career, money, and if you're retired or in school, just take the energy from the reading. And I'll do my best to read for everyone. Okay, my highest and best guides. Please show me the energy of group number 3's career, money, finances, whatever. Their tangible world. Career, money, show me, please. First 6 months of 2026. Show me clearly, please. First 6 months of 2026. Okay, I just want to marvel at the fact that no card is showing itself clearly. So I wonder if you're in a place where I'm hearing the word lost, and they're showing me a compass. So I'm wondering if you're still figuring out what direction to take. I'm hearing a yes, so let's see. Show me clearly, please. Because it's almost like the path is not showing. Maybe some of you are just retired and you're like, I'm good. Okay, they're starting to show. Thank you. Okay, so we have this one. Yes, okay. I wasn't going to take that. See, it's a little bit weird. I was indecisive there. I almost feel like I need to pull another card, but let's start with these. Yeah, I'm feeling this indecisiveness around career. Ooh, we have 10 of Cups. Ace of Wands. Oh my goodness. So for those of you who are working, I am getting the sense that you're starting something brand new. Something that you're very passionate about. Again, path making. You are starting something brand new. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands tells me that we're verifying the path making card. You're forging your own path. That's the Ace of Wands. And you're doing it from a place of, this is what I desire. This is what makes my heart sing, just like this baby bird is singing. There's a sense of also coming back to your innocence, right? Children know what they want. That's kind of a loaded statement, right? Because children want a lot. But they tend to know, if you ask them, what do they want for Christmas? They'll tell you, I want a Labubu doll or whatever, even though those dolls creep me out. But anyway, there is something here about you getting so much more clarity about what you want because you're not having to deal with this BS of family members, other relationships. You're getting back to your middle. You're getting back to your roots, I just heard. They're showing me this school project I did when I was, I don't know, maybe 7 years old or 6 years old. And you had to write this little paragraph about what you wanted to be when you grew up. And I wanted to be a lot of things. But one of the first ones I think I said was an aerobics teacher. The word aerobics is not even used anymore. But I grew up in the age of Jane Fonda being an aerobics teacher. And they just showed that to me. I haven't thought about that in years. So I almost get the sense that some of you are coming back to a love you had a long time ago. I wonder if any of you actually sing. That would be very interesting. Please let me know in the comments if you do. There is something about that. I mean, with this owl here, I'm getting professor or teacher. I know that's a bit commonplace, but I can't help it with the red hat and the scarf here. Looks like a professor, a teacher, a guide in some way. Needless to say, this feels like a whole new path for you guys that is leading to utter wish fulfillment in all ways. So this actually might provide you enough money to buy a home, I'm getting for some of you, whatever this new job is. Now, I'm asking questions in my head. I asked about a promotion. They said no. So when they say no, it doesn't mean that one or two of you that doesn't apply to, but when I ask, they're giving me an overarching energy of no. This is not something where you're moving up in a job. This is brand new. They're also saying with the baby bird here that you might have been out of work for a while, and that might have been that energy where I couldn't get the card. I was indecisive about which card to choose. So you might have been out of work for a while, or maybe hustling a little, doing some part-time work, but not really in a career. Now you're going to be in a career, or now you're going to be booked for something. A project is going to show up. Something is going to show up in the first 6 months of 2026. And it's going to bring in your first pentacle, right? It's going to bring in that first big paycheck. That's going to be like the way this owl is looking up, like, oh, finally, it's happening. That's the feeling I'm getting. And it's going to affect your entire life because you're going to finally feel confident in a major area of your life. And this is going to bring in prosperity in all areas. I'm curious to see what the love situation is going to be. But for some reason, they keep showing me a home, a physical home, that you might move to a nicer place, a place by the water, a place in the woods, wherever the location is that feels right to you. It feels as if you're going to find your forever home, at least for now, in a sense. What I mean by forever home, I don't mean you have to be there until you're old and gray, but forever home in the sense that it feels like a home. It's not the one that you rent for a year and you move on. I'm also hearing that this might be the home that you build with a partner. So again, I'm getting excited about love, but I want to pull an oracle card for career first with this massive deck. Okay, my spirit guides, please show us for group number 3, an oracle card opening up to success about their career and money, please. Okay, way too many. Power position, interesting. Okay, can you show me very clearly one card about their career, money, finances? Please show me very clearly. Okay. Oh, I love this. Look at this sea anemone. In the flow, the universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power and go deeper to create the purposeful life you really want to have. Bloody hell. Ace of Wands. Inner power. Creating the purposeful life you really want to have. This is what you want, the Ace of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and my God, the 10 of Cups. You guys are going to be in the flow. I just heard a rap song when I said that. I lost it. Damn it. Jesus, I hate when that happens. Okay, if I remember it, I'll say it. But There's something about being in the flow. You know, when rappers are just, when they're freestyling and the words just come, that's what it feels like, as if you're just going to have this creative spark and you're just going and you're going and you're going. And it's like applause. It's like people are excited about what you're doing, but it's not old people. It's new people. These are all new people who are going to be excited about you being in the flow. I don't see help here, interestingly. Doesn't mean help is not coming, but I don't get the sense that you need help. It's your inner power that's really guiding you. And you are definitely creating a purposeful life that you really want to have, without a doubt, with regards to your career. Amazing. Love this reading. Let's get into love. Love. I just heard Barry White. I know it's so cheesy, but and here I open up to the Ace of Cups. Like, I feel romance in the air. Okay. Okay, Wheel of Fortune just showed its face. Hello. A lot of new beginnings, a lot of new stuff on the table, right? Path making, getting out of this Five of Wands energy into the Four, Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, in the flow. Come on, you guys. Amazing. Yes? The Chariot. What did I say? Some of you guys are moving, but you're definitely moving forward, that's for sure. Interesting, we have these two cats here when I mentioned my cat. Maybe some of you, in terms of love, are bringing in a cat into your house, but we are asking about romantic love. What's the third card for love for this group? Ooh. You remember I said Seven of Swords at the beginning? Here it is. Okay. So, we're going to start with Seven of Swords. Okay, they are actually giving me a message that this is not just something you're moving past. They're telling, I just heard the word beware. So let me just tune in with my guides, if you can be patient for a moment, you guys. Why did the Seven of Swords show up in love? Okay, I just heard beware of the return of an ex. For those of you who are not in a loving partnership, someone might be returning, asking for a new start. And they're saying beware because there's some kind of deception. There's some kind of energy with the Five of Swords here and the Seven of Swords of people from your past deceiving you and playing games with you. And I'm hearing effing with you. And I don't need to curse there, so I'm not going to. But there's a lot of like mind games here, especially with swords, right? They keep saying mind games. So please beware of these people. Now they want to say beyond the Wheel of Fortune with regards to this person. They're saying with these two cards separately, let me just ask my guides, is that correct? Yes. Now there isn't a person here. I just want to be clear. As much as I want there to be a person, there is not a person yet, but there's an energetic door swinging open in 2026 that is ushering in some kind of new love. Now, if you're in a partnership, all I can say is beware of maybe old people coming back and messing with that, or beware of people around your partnership, this kind of thing. And I would say your relationship is going to take off. It's going to get to the next level. This could be moving in together with the Chariot. Wheel of Fortune could be that you come into money, or you buy a house, or you get married, okay? But for those of you who are not in a partnership or have been, and it hasn't been the right person, there is an energetic swing of this door opening. Okay. Let me rewind that. An energetic door is swinging open at the beginning of 2026 that is ushering in new love. And once that door swings open, it's moving fast and furiously. It's almost as if, you know how they said when your career feels settled, when you feel really connected in this way, when you move past these games with people in your life and you connect in with new people, you're just going to have this sense that everything is in the right place. And you're going to be open to love, because they're telling me that you guys, your heart is open, even though you've been dealing with this crap. I know I'm very, what's the word? Not scrappy. I don't know what the word is. I mean, I'm from Brooklyn. I feel very much like my Brooklyn energy with the words I'm using. It's this sense of, I got this. Let's do this. Come on. I'm just getting this sense that you guys know when you're balanced. You guys know when you're on the right path, and you are on the right path, and everything is unfolding. So I don't see a person here in the first 6 months, but you're on your way. Now, I did say that I was unclear, at least in the middle, about the cards that came out. So I'm going to pull one more tarot card. And if they show me, well, I'll know what card. If they show me another card of basically it's on its way, but it's, not here yet, I'm going to honor it. Okay. But let me just get a final message, because I kind of want to know where the Chariot is going. They just said for some of you who will be moving in the next 6 months, that is going to take you to your love. Because I just heard, take me to my love. This owl talking to these two cats. He's demanding it. Again, this sort of tiger energy, just being very courageous and in your power and making my own path. Like this owl's leaving this kingdom behind and take me to my lady, because he looks male to me for some reason. Or take me to my male. To each his own. But you know what I mean, right? It's like, I'm getting the sense that possibly you're moving or you're relocating, and that's energetically going to align you to love. Is there anything else, Spirit, you want? I don't want to take that just in case. Is there anything else, Spirit, you want to tell group number 3 about love? Show me very clearly now, please. No. Very clearly about love. Anything else? I'll do one more time, you guys. If I don't get it, I'm going to put it down. Anything else about love for my group number 3s? There it is. Sticking its little head out. Is that the one? Yeah. Okay. I just heard, be careful what you ask for. So let's see what it says. Oh, the Empress. It's another energy of you having all you need, but it's not a person. Not really. It's another major arcana. You've got crazy major arcana here, okay? Very important for you guys to understand that the energy that you're in the first 6 months is everything you need to get everything you want. So love in all forms. Empress is lovely, abundant energy. I'm beautiful. Look at me. This energy is all about the path-making card, right? The Chariot, the way I just spoke with this weird accent, the same feeling I'm getting with the Empress. Look at me, I'm beautiful. I really have this sense that you guys are willing to be seen, to show off your talents, your beauty to the world. This is a whole new energy. You're getting out of this fog and this muck and this mire of other people's crap. Again, I've got this. What is the adjective I'm looking for? It's like, I can't think of the word. I feel scrappy. I don't know how else to put it. It's as if you're just like, they're giving me very crass language here. I'm just going to do what I need to do to get what I want. Not like stepping on other people's toes or trampling on anyone, but it's, I am Queen, King, hear me roar. This is the sense I'm getting, that you guys are just taking off in the direction of your dreams. Very, very clear. I'm paving my own path. Look at me go. It's very interesting. It's like they're showing me someone running a marathon, but there is no one with them and there are no cheerleaders on the sidelines. It's like you're just taking off. Like screw everyone else. Yeah, there's like this grittiness that I keep picking up from you guys. I love it. Love grittiness. All right, let's get an oracle card on your love situation. Please show me my spirit guides. Why is this upside down? Oh, no. All right, it's all mixed up, but that's fine. I must have turned them over at one point. What is the oracle card, the oracle message for my pile number 3's love? Please show me very clearly. Loyalty. I'm sorry, chain. Loyalty is the chain that links you together, unbreakable. That is so crazy because with the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, we see this complete and utter betrayal, lack of trust in other relationships, and not just love. They showed us in all different relationships. And what they're saying is that the future of love for you guys is one that is highly predicated on loyalty. First, loyalty to self. Oh, I got a big yes on that. Thank you. I have an unbreakable bond with myself, with my authenticity, and I'm going to follow that no matter what. And I'm going to see my beauty before anyone else sees my beauty. Why? Because if I see it, then everyone else will see it. And look how the heart is so front and center in this card. It's everything, right? My heart is leading the way. I just heard steering the ship. Again, I have this feeling of movement with you guys. Please let me know if any of you guys are moving, okay? Yeah, and then they told me to look on the bottom of the deck, which I didn't get with anyone else. Belonging. Find belonging in love, depend on each other. It's so crazy that they just told me to look at that because belonging is the whole reading with the 7 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, the path making, and even the Ace of Wands here. It's really about this sense of feeling disconnected from people in your life for a long period of time, not feeling like you have a home, not knowing what your career is, not knowing where you're going, to screw everyone who doesn't support me. I'm not getting embroiled in BS. Again, my language in this reading is so crass. If you listen to any of the other readings, you'll see it was completely different. I have this grittiness that I'm feeling, that I'm going to get what I want and what I need at all costs. And I'm not going to mince words to protect these people who don't love me and don't respect me anymore. And very interestingly, we have this stunning, beautiful home with all these lovely lights. I'm posting this in December. It's very topical or very, in alignment with this time of year. And we talked about this sense of lacking belongingness, especially within family here for some of you. And so what you're going to get in love and in connection with new people with the 2 of Cups and the 4 of Wands here is the sense of belongingness, of deep connection that is predicated on trust and loyalty. That's just stunning, you guys. That is just stunning. Okay, let's end the reading with an oracle card of guidance from Spirit. Okay, Spirit, my guides, what is your guidance? What is your advice? What do you want to tell group number 3 at the end of this reading, please? And thank you. Sorry, these cards really stick. What do you want to tell group number 3? Please show me very clearly. Okay, that just wanted to come out. Ooh. Animal kingdom. Animals of all type are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us. They've been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you that will open your heart. Okay, I have to say that's very bizarre that I started with my cat Simba, which is a girl, by the way, whose coat looks exactly like this. Then we talked about the cat and mouse. Okay, obviously I'm using the owl deck, but that's for everyone. Then we have the sea anemone here. And we had the chariot being driven by these 2 cats here. I find it very interesting that these animals showed up during your reading, because I don't think I had that in the other readings. No, I didn't. So for some of you anyway, there is this sense of maybe before a human love, you will experience animal love. So maybe if you move, you will then adopt an animal, or maybe when you come into union with somebody, you will then be a parent to their dog as well. It just feels very prominent for this group. And for those of you who it's not, that's fine. You know, not every card is going to resonate for everyone, but that's kind of self-explanatory. It almost feels, and this happens for a lot of people, when they don't feel fulfilled from their family and their friendships, and basically the people in their lives have just not been reliable, dependable, or loving, they turn to animals, which is a lovely thing to do because animals bear unconditional love. And you may not actually have an animal as a pet. You might just work with animals or be connecting with animals. I keep seeing birds, like a bird showing up at your windowsill, and it's not your bird or you're not their human, but you might have a very beautiful connection, or it may just be a totem animal and not your spirit animal, just an animal that shows up in your life for a time, letting you know you're loved and you're seen and you're cherished, and moves on once you embody more self-love and bring more human love in your life, or maybe also an animal companion. All right, my loves, that was your reading. That was pretty beautiful. I hope you guys liked it. I really enjoyed reading for you. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. But if nothing else, I hope you have an amazing first 6 months of 2026. And as always, I send you so much love and so many blessings in all ways. Until the next reading, take very, very good care.